Years, and here you have a cast of G20 characters, I hope you all speak French, who are all committed to putting an end, putting an end to the tax haven economy ahead of the London G20 meeting. And I want to award them collectively a Junior Achievement Award because they set up with some measures which were, to begin with, actually could have done so much, they could have taken so much further, automatic information exchange country by country. Some of the measures that we, civil society, were pushing, but at every level they degraded them to the point that in many cases they're quite irrelevant, frankly. And I think we need to flag that up. Since the global financial crisis, we've seen some limited progress, but by and large, the problem of the race to the bottom has in fact worsened. And this is the bad news. If you look at what all of the candidates for the Conservative Party leadership were saying 3 weeks ago, before we narrowed them down to 2, all of them were committing to what you would essentially call a deepening of Britain's tax haven role, a deepening of Britain's secrecy jurisdiction role. They call it Singapore upon the Thames model, nothing to do with housing, nothing to do with education or health services. This is all about going further down a race to the bottom. And the race to the bottom isn't just a race to the bottom on tax and financial market regulation. They're talking about a race to the bottom on environmental regulation or environmental protections, labour market protections. In other words, a race to the bottom across the entire piece. And I think we need to seriously address what that race to the bottom means. But essentially, Britain is a key player in what I think of as the tax termites, the termites that are undermining the ability of democratic states to actually raise money and spend money. And if you look at the first termite, number one, is of course the termite, the tax haven economy, and Britain's at the core of it. All of those which are marked out in blue are essentially British territory. It's not a particularly large, it's an important but not a particularly large source of income. In many other countries it is. But it is a key backstop to protecting the personal income tax, because all wealthy people will use corporate structures to hold their wealth. Abolish the corporate income tax and we can say goodbye to income tax generally. And at that stage, where are we with democracy?